Is that an attention getter? Hey, it's Jemal at Cooper Road Mini. You know, over the years I've taken you for rides and various things I've worked on and things I own. Maybe you do recently my R1. We've shown flights in an airplane. I should put up some of my police helicopter footage. That might be fun. Today though, you are in for a real treat. As I turn around here. That's right, believe it or not. A Morris Minor panel. At one time there were maybe 24 of these in the US. I don't know if now there might be fewer or more, but there aren't that many. And it's an unusual one. I had some history with this. There's some other clips here I'll put up of the resurrection. Sat for 20, 25 years maybe. I had to redo the entire brakes, fuel system, a variety of things here to bring it back to life. But today, speaking of treats, you get to ride in this. Now this is not a 500 horsepower Ford V8. This is not even a spindly crank 1098. This is the original 948. And what's worse is somebody changed the rear end when it was in the Bay Area so it could go on the highway. As a result, now it almost can't go on the highway. It's definitely a 0 to 60 if ever. But driving it is a pretty unique experience. You know, people still love it, and you can't be in a hurry, and you have to plan your route to avoid the steep hills. I don't want you to miss any of the experience of squeezing through the extremely narrow doors. You can barely fit a recycling tub through that door. Let's see here. We've got it working pretty nicely. I mean, you just touch the key and it's running. Let's see if that holds out. A couple of pops to the fuel pump. I've redone all of the cables, so everything works beautifully. A little choke, single HS2 about the size of your chainsaw carburetor. That's enough choke. All right. Hold on tight. I mentioned how narrow these doors are, and you still don't think about, they're so short. I mean, I don't think they're longer than the ones on the MG Midget that I have, and I keep kicking that. Not the greatest visibility, because all you see when you look back is the inside of the van. These cute little side mirrors, somewhat functional, but tiny. But hey, what an experience. let's see. We've done on-ramps in our super duper mini mope. We've done on-ramps in our mini Accords. Watch the little clip about my R1, the last few minutes there. Folks behind us are in for a treat. Here we go. Oh, it's going to just play out. The downhill button. Oh, man, here we go. It's almost 30 at first. It's longer. Is there traffic? Look at that. 50. And people feel like they simply have to pass it, or they feel like they're not moving. That's about all we would do. Obviously, most of the things that we work on and build have a bit more authority to them. You know, the super moke, for example, man, that thing gets on the freeway, it's such a rocket. People think, can that thing go on the freeway? It'll go circles around you on the freeway. This, on the other hand, a different type of driving style. You really gotta plan your route. There's a couple of hills around here. Yeah, you gotta crash into first, almost at a stop, to continue. But it is challenging. It is interesting. You know, the old days when they had old cars and trucks that didn't make a lot of power, you really had to learn to use your gears and plan better than you do these days, playing with your phone and your plush car that does almost everything for you without you giving it a thought. When we switched to self-driving cars, I'm afraid this one's not going to make it. So it's a chance to get a ride in it. I mean, in the not too distant future, these sorts of things will only be for display, not for navigating on roadways with other folks driving vehicles that were built, 60 years after this one. Hope you enjoyed the Blast from the Past ride.